Freddie Roach, Hall of Fame trainer, reiterates the fact that Pacquiao had an injured shoulder in the Mayweather fight and says that Floyd Mayweather knew about it. Dun, dun, dun. Stay tuned. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Also subscribe to the channel for the latest and greatest in boxing. If you want to become part of the gang, notification gang, please hit the bell icon. Shout out to the super chats, channel donations, the Venmo donations, and the Patreon family. We working. Now, let's jump right into it. Before I get started, Box Fan Expo, the week of Canelo versus Jacobs. You can purchase tickets from me directly. The link is in the description of all of my videos. Should be a great time in Las Vegas, and it helps the channel. I am an affiliate. Let's get it. Now, Freddie Roach did a recent interview. He told the Dan Patrick Show the following. I didn't try to stop the Mayweather-Pacquiao fight until I found out that the injury Pacquiao had was that bad, that the injury on his shoulder would need surgery to fix. So we were going to go into the fight with a bad shoulder. So we had an agreement that Floyd Mayweather could shoot up his hands, which he often does because he has very fragile hands. So he uses a painkiller that he has in his hands so he can get to a fight. And we had an agreement that Manny Pacquiao should have a painkiller for his shoulder. But on the night of the fight, he was allowed to use it and we weren't. Yes, Floyd Mayweather's camp knew about the shoulder injury. There's a lot of money at stake. I still feel bad about letting that fight go on, but I wasn't powerful enough to stop the fight from happening. There were big promoters and so much money. The payday was tremendous, but I don't do this just for the money. I do it for the love of the sport. I don't think Pacquiao was capable of fighting his best fight one-handed. Now, before I get into my thoughts, I'm going to say this. I did a video, make sure you guys check it, but Mayweather and Pacquiao both posted training, very similar heavy bag work training videos randomly on a random day within like 30 minutes or an hour of each other. So I said, maybe this is a Mayweather Pacquiao rematch hint, and they're just trying to throw that out there and get people talking. This is just like when Mayweather and Pacquiao were at the Miami Heat game and they both were there, and Pacquiao or whoever walked across and then they exchanged phone numbers, etc. Reading and hearing this, from Freddie Roach, I believe that even more, that this is definitely a potential for this year. Pacquiao, he was to get past Adrian Broner. I went to the fight. He got past him. Floyd kind of does what he wants, stays in shape secretly, So I could see it happening. As far as Roach's claims, one, he's throwing this out there that Floyd shoots up his hands and stuff, so it's going to have the casuals try to resurrect themselves. And, this claim from Freddie Roach, the people who were saying, oh, watch the fight in slow motion, Pacquiao won, and these types of things. Yeah, Floyd, he was clinching all over. He knew. He was hanging on Pacquiao's shoulder. You know what the usual suspects are going to say. My thoughts, I do not care. One, the fight happened in 2015. If they're going to rematch, they're going to rematch. Two, there's so much great things happening. A lot of money that these companies are dishing out. They're doing more boxing shows. There's a new streaming app like DAZN. ESPN has their own. Mikey Garcia, Errol Spence. I'm just happy that the new generation is starting to come up. You got Gervonta Tank Davis doing a thriller walk, looking like a future star, like superstar, like pay-per-view. He's definitely a star right now. Talk to Devin Haney. He's hungry. Teofimo Lopez is calling out Lomachenko. Ryan Garcia is with Canelo's trainer, and him and Rolly, that's a fight that I would love to see. It's just, I'm kind of off it. Mayweather, Pacquiao, they had their time. It was great. If they're gonna fight, let's fight. But I don't need a bunch of for me. Let's just see it. Like, I'm not trying to hear a bunch of excuses, and it's not gonna be what it was, in my opinion, back then. Like, I don't think it'll break the numbers or whatever. And then third, the thing is, with Freddie Roach, he's saying this stuff now. I wasn't powerful and I shouldn't have let him fight, but you did. The fight was 2015, it's 2019. That was 4 years ago. You know, it's over. Pacquiao lost, shoulder, whatever. I don't even believe that, to be honest. You know, I mean, I do believe that every fighter carries certain nagging injuries, but you know, it's only certain people that complain about it. Mayweather said at the press conference, he said, I had a bad shoulder. You know, he said, I ain't been good since the Arturo Gatti fight. And I believe that. You know, we later found out Andre Ward, when he fought Kovalev, after moving up 2 weight divisions and taking one, you know, true light heavyweight in Sullivan Barrera, and then Alexander Brand, definitely a soft touch, not like a guy who had knockout power and, you know, too much experience at light heavyweight. And then he fought Kovalev and he had knee problems, you know, well documented, and it came out later. But guess what? Ward still beat Kovalev. So, you know, I'm just sick of the excuses and people run with it. Like, I just feel like if they're going to do Mayweather Pacquiao too, that's good, because it's just going to be in addition to the other fights that we're getting this year. They don't have to build it like this way. This just, to me, this is bogus. It's sorry, like Freddie Roach, to now you let him fight, and then you're saying it's not about money, but I mean, you let him fight for the money. So if it was that bad, he should have pulled out. Abner Mares, he was supposed to fight Tank Davis. That was the anticipated fight. He knew some of the people. He's from LA. He knew people would have to get refunds on tickets, but he had an injury, same deal, a detached retina, and he didn't want to chance it. You know, so it doesn't matter if it's that fight or a bigger fight. You don't put your fighter in there. And if you do, then there's really no crying about it after the point. You get what I'm saying? It's the risk you took, you know, it's like you're taking a risk. You know, it's like the dumb parents that leave their kids in the car and stuff, and it's hot. You're taking a huge risk. So it's better to be safe than sorry. Bring your kids in the store with you. If you have little kids, don't leave them in the car, you know. And with Pacquiao, if his shoulder was really and truly that bad, and the other thing is Pacquiao was slinging his shoulder. It did, like, I've done some damage to my body before, like, you know what I'm saying, like fucked up my ankle and, you know, just different stuff growing up. And I'm telling you, some of the shit I had, like, I couldn't even move, like I couldn't lift my arm, I could barely walk without, you know, holding on and bracing on. Pacquiao was fighting like he always fights. He's gonna fight me, and, you know, he did all that. You know, it is what it is. To me, it sounds like more saving face, because after 5-6 years, you know, of debate and fans like siding with you, thinking you were the man to do it, you came up short. But, you know, I should have expected this after this long of a build up and letting it marinate, that the losing party wasn't going to want to cop to it and face the music. So I just think this is, to me, it's just kind of a lame way to promote the rematch if they are doing it, you know, saying, oh, his shoulder was bad. I'm just at the point where it's like, that's so 4 years ago. Like, it's not even that serious. There's so much other stuff happening in boxing, to the point with, if you're going to fight, like Mills Lane said, let's get it on. Let's just see it. You know, we don't have to go down the route. Pacquiao, he's 40-something. Mayweather's 40-something. May the best man win if they're going to do the rematch. But this seems like possible hype for it. It's just, I guess, where the mental space that I'm looking at Errol Spence, Mikey Garcia. I want to see, you know, Terrence Crawford versus Amir Khan, because I want to see how he looks versus a name like Khan and the speed, someone who could box. And then these other welterweights scrap, you know. Like I said, Mayweather and Pacquiao, great fighters, history books, they're already in them, you know. So I'm not opposed to them fighting again. It's a lucrative fight. They can make money. But I just don't want to see the petty back and forth. And, you know, boxing, I feel like, has evolved. Like, people back then, I was covering boxing still. You know, I was a lot further behind than I am now. But still, it was a lot of, like, childish, the people, Mayweather, May Runner, and, you know, Pacquiao'S, and saying these crazy names and stuff. I'm off that, you know. Boxing's in a good spot. If you're going to scrap, you're going to scrap. But I really could care less about this shoulder injury, Pacquiao, he's with Heyman now. Make it happen. He just fought Broner. He looked good. His shoulder's good. I just don't want to keep seeing this drudged up and watch it upside down and in slow motion. You know, miss me with that. That's just my 2 cents. Drop your thoughts in the comments section. Do you want to see the rematch? Are you over even seeing the rematch? Mayweather versus Pacquiao. And do you buy the shoulder injury? Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Make sure you smash the like button as always. Hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video, it's Ego signing off. So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button. And you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxing Ego, the future of boxing.